Fíjate, enemiga.
You ain't a real G, homie.
Fíjate, enemigas right there, homie. You're all right there, dog.
Cocaine regular.
I don't give a fuck, homie.
Alright, fool. I'm not from there, dog.
What? Alright, switch your nigga, nigga, nigga. Hey, homie. Homie. Look at this faggot ass nigga.
Fuck you, homie. You ain't looked out, but you ain't got no looks on, boy. Come on now.
Let me kill your balloon. Let me fucking kill your balloon.
Yeah, big time.
Papa, you've been collecting? What about our share, huh? Fuck, puppy. Me too. You told me you were broke as shit.
We not fucking dead, mama.
Put some gangbanging in the scooter, though. Hey, show the fools how to use it, homie. Órale, vato, that's too much sauce, homie.
everybody starts trying to, use the funky kind of records, and then you start thinking that you gotta start buying all this wild European shit. And I think I'm past that phase now.
Cover up the sample and make sure the sample police don't catch you. Hip hop wasn't brought up that way. Hip hop evolved through sampling.
阁下要到什么地方去？哪里都去，有路就走。前面并没有路，只有荒漠。再往前走，就是死路一条的沙漠。我知道，路是人走出来的。那倒也是。不过。
What up and good morning. Welcome back to another episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. I was wondering, I was like, man, I feel like lightheaded today. Like in the wrong way. I was like, where the fuck are my earphones? Sorry about that. We're taking it, I guess Saturday wasn't that crazy of a day here. We just kept it chill, but there's a lot that has been going on, especially a big thank you to everybody who has been purchasing stuff on the website. I appreciate you guys keeping me busy. Nonetheless, somebody who had a lot going on and who was busy, dog. I heard I had footage. Like I didn't know that the people that fuck with me were watching you like National Geographic. Did I look at him waiting for Sam sloppy seconds?
What was this?
Dog, I have footage.
Sloppy seconds.
I have footage.
No one got none that weekend. What are you talking about? There was no sloppy seconds.
I didn't say that there was any, but I'm saying like they caught you with that. They're like, dog. They were like, dale agua. I got the video, dog.
What was I wearing?
Dog, what is it? Hold on. I have this shit, dog. I see you right there talking to that white trash trailer white chick trying to.
Well, she was nice.
That's not what the people that were watching told me. They were
bro.
like, yo, she was drunk. She was like hella white trash and Xavier was trying to get at her.
I wasn't trying to get at no one. I was trying to sell merch, dog. Trying to sell merch, homie.
And then I also heard complaints that you didn't hang out with some of the people that are from this podcast. They were waiting for you, like three homies. They were like, and they were like, I wasn't even trying to offer him coke. I showed him a blunt, and I only got to say what's up to him in the merch table.
Well, dog, busy, dog, selling merch. Sold over 100 t-shirts. I sold over 100 t-shirts by myself, dog. Large, medium, that's como pendejo. Y no nadie te ayuda.
See, dog, that Kate works. When I hire her for the events, bro, that's what she does. All right. I was like, now you know what it's like to Kate it up.
But they're right though. I was a little busy, and a lot of people asked me to kick it after. And when I go outside, it's like it's been an hour. These fools already smoked a blunt. They're ready to go home. But thank you for everybody pulled up. You know who I ran into? I ran into We Don't Smoke the Same guy at the supplements store, working UPS.
There is no We Don't Smoke the Same guy, bro. Like he's
the homie. He's the We Don't Smoke the Same guy. He's the homie, the UPS worker.
He's the viewer, but you make it sound like he's the guy.
He's the guy. He's the UPS guy. He's the UPS guy that listens to We Don't Smoke the Same. That's the guy.
No, I know, but you made it seem like he's like the We Don't Smoke the Same guy.
And I was saying that is because I pulled up to the supplement place.
What supplement? Like
to buy protein and shit, the gym and shit.
Like Vita World?
Yeah,
You say you don't even work out.
I do work out. I always say I work out. That I don't take it serious, like 7 meals a day and creatine and testosterone. I go, and you know how sometimes you need a quick shake in the morning? Protein shake. Like, I don't take it serious.
What is your typical workout?
Yeah, come on, go ahead.
What's my typical workout? A body part, whatever body part. If I do chest,
a body part. What do you mean?
Like if I do
the
chest,
dick doesn't
arms,
count.
Chest, arms, abs, and then you do like 45 minutes of that, and then I go hit the gym, and then I go hit the sauna for 20. I'm there for an hour and a half max. That whole
workout, a body part.
Hey, that one counts too, dog. It is a body.
That's
part.
not a muscle though.
It's a major muscle. You think it's a bone? Oh, dog. Just because we call it a boner don't mean it's a bone.
I never said it was a bone, but
it's a muscle. 100% it's a muscle.
The penis is a muscle?
Yeah, 100%.
How come it's the only one that could just go like inflate? I wish my biceps did that every time I was like, hold on, look buff.
They do.
Yeah,
they do. Like you never left the gym and felt buff, like
or like after, or like
then you go home.
I feel like you're the type of guy who does push-ups in the bathroom before sex, try to look good.
You have to.
Like Zero's like,
you have to, dog.
You have to, dog.
Like
you don't, dog. I don't go in there when I tell them I gotta go pee. I don't go in there and pee. I go in there and do a couple push-ups, got a couple sit-ups.
There was one time, fool, that I remember while I was going through it, bro. Like, and I was just just out there, just living, bro. Like, and then I remember like I was seeing somebody, and then I just remember like this person was so anti-coke when I was doing coke, bro, that I would just go do coke in their bathroom. Like, just like literally be like, this is for your dignity.
Like you 100%.
You were never gonna change for nobody. like
you 100% knew she wasn't with it. Or you didn't want to ask.
Would lecture me all the time.
Then why be with this person? Is that fine?
I was just I was just like, you're stupid, you're young, bro. But I just remember that I would just do that shit out of spite. I was like, fucking bitch. I was like, I'll show you what coke can do.
Yeah. Well, were you already with her when you started doing coke, or was it just like?
Huh?
Were you already doing coke when you met her, or was it just kind of?
I was already doing it. That was like prime time. That was like when I had first met you and GPS, and now like when I had first gotten introduced to it, and a gram would last me like a long ass time, fool, of take that gram to 3 events. Like that shit was, yeah, bro. Like
mine was different. Like I had a girlfriend that didn't like me doing coke, but she was already my girlfriend. And then I tried it at the homies pad. Luego me gustó, and I didn't know how to tell her like, hey, low key, I like this drug. I'm not supposed.
I didn't know I liked it when I first tried it. Like I just thought I was like you know, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna crave it. And then when I started craving it, like every other time, bro, like where I was like, not that it became, you know how like me, like I'd be like, hey, let's go here. Hold on, Ray, let me roll one up. Hey, let's go to the bank. Hold on, fool, let me roll one up. It would kind of be like that. Like I remember when I was hanging out with all you fools at once, bro, and then Eddie was there the whole time, and I would be at George's house a couple of times. Like I remember that one day where me and Eddie just the whole day since 9 o'clock in the morning since I showed up.
I remember you'd get Ray to pick you up. Ray would,
yeah, shout out to Ray.
And I know
and welcome back, Ray.
Yeah, and it was fun going there, just hanging out with the guys, seeing them all stupid coked out and shit. As much as I don't like it, it's ironically nice to see them have fun and be happy.
That was like good. Those were like
on the outside
prime good times.
Yeah, when you had Ray go pick you up, dog.
You know what I don't miss? I don't miss like waking up and just like feeling like I just like my days like already half wasted.
Yeah, because you would wake up at 11, 12.
I know, and like now I'm just like, man, doing more shit. And there's a lot of
today you said you woke up at 6 and read a book, dog. No, I'm not hating on that. I'm just looking at the difference on like you're 100% right. Like
it's a self-affirmation book, bro. I needed to wake up on a positive note. It's my birthday month, bro. I'm learning to, you know.
Wait up. You consider this your birthday month or next?
No, this is my birthday month. December, because my birthday is when it ends, so I have to celebrate all this time.
I would do it the other way around. January forward, because yours is like midday. No, weren't you like born like on the 1st or the 31st?
31st.
Yeah. What time?
Like I think 9 o'clock.
It's not like a female. At what time?
Like I think it was like I seen my birth certificate at 9 o'clock. Then I don't know, man. Like I like sometimes. Like I've been trying to like really get on a positive note because sometimes, like I'm telling you, man, like just because we're up here, and you know, in the screen don't mean we don't all go through our personal shit. You know what I mean? Like I go through personal shit just like everybody else, and that's what makes it. I mean, sometimes that's what makes it the relatable part for some of you guys. So I've been looking for a lot of like self-affirmation and positive type of books, and it was kind of cool like what I was reading this morning because I'm just like, man, sometimes you go into some dark places, bro. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I'm not saying it's necessarily dark, but it was like. I'm just like, all right, cool. Since you're in the celebrating of her birthday, it's like, hey, man, whether or not I fucking acknowledged it before I fucking read it, it's like, hey, the universe chose to fucking let me live in this shit, bro. Like, out of all the odds, bro, I could have been anything else. I could have just not been waiting, but I got chosen out of all this fucking, just like you got chosen. There's a purpose here, bro. You know what I mean?
So you went all dark and shit.
I didn't go all dark. I just feel like I needed some positivity because I've been kind of like reading upon a lot of dark shit, and it gets me thinking about a lot, not necessarily dark shit, like. But I really like to put myself. I'm very empathetic towards certain situations, especially if I've been through it.
Like, well, the reason I say that you brought up like dark shit, because I'm gonna bring it up since dark shit. But dude, that guy that suicide at Disney.
That's kind of like the reason why I felt like I needed to pause because I chose to read the letter.
And I wanna ask, like, why did he do it at Disney? Sounds like such a piece of shit. Like why would you ruin a kid's day? It's just that, but you think he was that haunted? Like it's just, to me, it's just it blew. Like,
so here's my thing, because
to me, just doing it at Disney, it's just like now you're
it's like being in a portal, dude.
It's like, just honestly, I want to say it's just that was probably done just because that's a good place where everybody would kind of look into and investigate and see the actual story. I don't think if he would have done it anywhere else, like if he would have just hung himself,
attention.
Because he wanted to make sure, to make sure that like, hey, yo, this is the reason why I did it, and this is a place where for sure you can't sweep it under the rug. So because I'm not saying like if he would have just, why didn't you just hang yourself and let that bitch find you home? You know, be like, bitch, you're the one that caused this. Fuck you. You're the one that deserves this most pain. Fuck you could see me hanging up here, you know what I mean? But he didn't do that. He wanted to make sure he cleared his name. And a lot of people might be like, yo, why didn't you do that? Why'd you do it in public? Like, honestly, like, you got to look at it from this perspective, man. Like, the man pretty much saw his life being ruined at some point. Like, he like, this bitch decided to go ahead and say, hey, I'm gonna, because he had text messages of her texting other friends saying, like, I didn't mean for it to get this far. I was only trying to scare him and all this shit. He got arrested. He was a principal at this district. The district finds out because he misses work. They place him on administrative leave. Now, the police report says that the girl says the wife says that the girls were being hit by him, which was not true. Now, aside from administrative leave, he might have the potential for being a child abuser when he hasn't really done any of these things, bro. Like, you know what I mean? So his career is done. His marriage is done. He's gonna have to process the whole fact that what he has been attached to.
You can't come back from that. The high school's not gonna let you come back from that, even if you can prove that you didn't do nothing. It's just a bad taint on the school.
Like what he did is that's already tainted, bro. The attention has already been brought. Everybody knows about that. There's no rebuilding. And like you say, he can't go to another school and be like, no, it was a mistake. I know it's on his record, but his wife was lying. She was a bitch. No, it's like, you know, it's tainted, bro.
Do you think she should do time?
I think the law should apply to same way. Like if you're a girl and I'm a boy and I tell you, bitch, I'm gonna kill myself if you don't tell me, and it's on text message, and then the cops find out, you're gonna go to jail.
I don't think that. No. I don't think that's fool.
If you're the girl and you say do it,
I don't think so.
But that's a law here, like the AIDS law.
Yeah, but that's like me telling.
So I'm just saying,
me telling you, jump off a bridge, and if you do it, I go to jail. Nah, dog, it's a dumb motherfucker. Like, it don't matter, homie. If like, maybe underage.
If the context is different, where it's like if me and you are having an argument, and I'm telling you, it's like, fuck you, Xavier, I'm really serious, bro. If you talk to me like that one more time, I'm gonna shoot myself, and I fucking do it.
I don't think I should go to jail, and I don't think you should have gone to jail if I killed myself, even though you told me to do it.
The bigger question is, did he do it? Whatever he was accused of. Did he actually do it? Is there proof?
No, the wife admitted that it was a lie. That
she was fucking with that guy.
She did that to scare him so she can have the control. All this stems from control. All this stems from having control over this dude.
They believe in women. It's the thing, they believe women before they believe men.
And it's like, yeah, and it's like
that's fucked up.
And the truth of the matter is that that's a big part of it, bro. That he had to contemplate. He's like, fuck, she already called the cops. 9 times out of 10, I don't even have to hit this bitch to fucking go ahead, or you don't even gotta call her a bitch for that matter. You don't gotta say nothing to her.
This is your
favorite. The moment she fucking says, hey, this motherfucker is hitting my fucking kids and he's hitting me, the cops are gonna show up and arrest the man, bro. And I think that's where the fucking system is fucked up.
This goes back to your favorite dude, OJ. Because of OJ, when someone calls for domestic violence, one person has to get arrested.
Yep.
At all times. For the night. Just to calm shit down, pa' que se calme la cosa, but guess who usually always goes? El vato, a huevo, dog. You got to take the L. Even as a man, you're like, take me then. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get hit. It's
and I don't think
OJ, you gotta go. Someone's gotta go bye for the night.
Did OJ do it? Xavier.
By law, he did not.
No. Fuck the law. Fuck the law. Fuck the judge. Evidence. Did he do it? Passed. His woman got fucking beat by him. There's audio tapes of her getting beaten.
If it wasn't OJ, it was OJ's son. Shout out to DJ Will.
Fucking
look into that.
He fought the law. And he won. Yeah, no, but
someone did it though. That bitch died.
How dare you reference the Clash on this?
Yeah, no, but yeah, that is it's fucking crazy. But yeah,
so you think it was to like maybe for sure, so people found out like this bitch was lying to him and he didn't think he was a piece of shit, and his wife and his kid found out that story, like, because honestly, bro, like, is a piece of shit.
Because there's a lot of people that have said that they knew this fool and they're like, this fool was a nice guy, like he had a normal life, like this fool he would be a musician, he would play in a jazz band at the end, like this fool did white people shit, you know what I mean, like just normal shit. He was secretly married to her, bro. You know what I mean? Like
secretly married to her.
Like nobody really knew he was married, but he was married for 3 years. It's kind of like if Colton were to show up here one day for a company event and he were to be like, I never said I wasn't married. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, for real. And he like, and then, yeah, like straight up. So it's like Rock Sampson. If he would have not disclosed it, we never met it, we would never fucking know. But I'm not saying that's secret. You know what I mean? But like the Colton example is more secret. So he did it like that. And I'm like, bro, like everything seemed to be fine in his family. And then you look at this situation and she threatened him just to kind of have control over him over this shit, the argument. That's the thing, man. Like, honestly, bro, like anger is such a powerful fucking emotion, bro. And like, honestly, a lot of you fools probably think I like being angry. A lot of you fools think people that watch, you know, unbeknownst, they think I like being angry. They think I'm angry most of the times. Like, nah, fool. Like, being angry is one of the emotions I like feeling. I like feeling the least of. You know what I mean? Because it just takes so much out of me. And like, the more deep an argument goes, like the more something like that goes, like arguments have a way of just like dwelling on you, especially if it's something very personal, bro. Like, because this is not, believe it or not, this is a very common thing. Rest in peace, David Frank, you know, the Green Ranger. He died almost because of the same reason. He was arguing with his wife. They was heading towards separation. His wife went down there to get some snacks. He was like, man, I'm not about to go through a second marriage. I'm done. He hung himself. Dude had the same thing. It wasn't even that, I'm not saying it wasn't even that bad, but it was a whole different situation. But it's like, his life felt like it got ruined. It's just like, man, it's like, believe me,
and the more you want me to get a girlfriend, the more you want me to get a girlfriend to end up getting married and then sas.
That's why you do fucking background checks, bro.
Se mató. Next thing you know,
I'm not saying. Like, look, but there's good women out there.
Yeah,
there's good women out there. There's good women that will take care of you, that'll make sure that you're good. And it's like, it's up to you. If you're a dumbass and you choose the wrong one that's gonna make you feel like that, then that's up to you. But at the same time, that's also a part of the experience, the human experience. That's the reason you have to try a few times to figure out if this shoe is right for you. Like, are you gonna be an Adidas man or are you gonna be a Nike man? How will you know? I tried Adidas running shoes. I tried Adidas basketball shoes. I tried Adidas fucking golf shoes.
Some people try the same thing again.
Yeah,
if you marry a white chick,
you stay in your comfort zone, bro. Like, and that's okay too, because there's a shoe that fits everybody, but you don't know unless you try. And it's also like your priorities and your expectations and a partner are completely different every 10 years. I can honestly say what I wanted in a partner that I want now as compared to what I wanted at 10 years is completely different. Like, looking at it now, I'm just like, damn, fool, you wanted a porn actress when you were like 20 years old. Like, you're like, yeah, like you're looking at 10 years later, you want a life partner, you know? You just want somebody who just like fucking like just loves you and just like, you know, like doesn't necessarily make you go through bad shit.
Imagine, Izon, if you would have stuck around with that one. You'd be a porn manager right now, managing careers.
My life, I wouldn't be able to do none of that shit, bro. My life would have been so different, taking every other choices, but I wouldn't have known unless I tried. And I think that those tries is what makes that wisdom part of you growing older as a man just expand. You know what I mean? Like, you have to experience this as a man. You gotta experience out there, man. Like, I'm speaking from a perspective of a man because that's what I am.
Megan says bitches are difficult though.
She ain't wrong. That's a woman, and that's a woman. Shout out to you, Megan. What is it? It's not. I'm not saying it's the easiest shit. You know, it's just like you gotta like see if it's worth your time. Do you get more happiness out of? Do you get more happiness out of sadness? How much does the good time outweigh the bad times? Homie, if you're fighting more than you're fucking, there's a problem. You should run.
Some fools fuck once a month.
That sounds like you're married. And you've been married 25 years, and like you don't do things to spice things up. I don't know what it's married. I don't know what it's like to be married, but I got in certain hints, and I can for sure know that Ray gets his beak wet fucking hella times a week.
Well,
you know,
no comment.
No,
I was hoping he was gonna, yep.
Well, I think, and dude, I listen to a lot of Mexican radio, and that shit happens a lot. Fools will call in, he's like, mi vieja no quiere tener sexo conmigo, because I listen to like Cheto, no.
That's sad, fool.
El maestro, el doggy maestro. You ever heard el doggy? El doggy?
What station is that?
La Chocolata y el Erasmo. There's this,
numbers. I need numbers.
Well, I don't know, but dude,
right,
el maestro's dope, dog. If you never listened to el maestro,
you know what? But you know those people that are calling, bro. I honestly think that those are people that they have kids around, bro. Like the typical like Mexican family that call in for those radio shows. They don't just have one kid, fool. Like a regular Latino family has minimum of 3 kids, bro. Like based on the census, bro. Like that's the average, bro. Like at the least, bro. So I'm like, you're trying to keep you're trying to keep that rose from fucking Beauty and the Beast intact, but you got 3 kids running around putting their hands all over that jar, and one day they're gonna knock it down, and that shit's not gonna be able to grow again, because you're gonna be too busy trying to balance that life. That's what I think, bro. I seen it in my parents. You know what I mean? I seen it in their marriage, where I'm just like, yo, like, looking at it from a point of view, it's like, damn, man. Like, and maybe that's why I come through with the opinion where I'm like, hey, maybe like kids is not something I want to have around till I'm done being selfish. Because I honestly want to say I'm a very selfish person when it comes to my needs in a relationship. You know, I would think you're.
I mean, that's why I wouldn't date a girl with kids.
I've been there before.
It sounds fucked up, but like, look.
Hey, that's your choice, though.
No, but I'll tell you why. The reason is because I want steak to be made first for me. If you know what I mean. Like, if I say I'm hungry, if we're hungry at the house.
See, that's selfish, but I understand.
If we're at the house, she should feed who first? The kid. But I want to be fed first.
What do you mean the kid? Who pays for the bills?
If it's a single kid, no.
Like,
hey, but if that's her kid. That's her kid.
The first plate that she has to make is who's it got to be for?
Man.
Technically me, but if she's got a kid that's not mine, it's still got to be for the kid, and that's what she should do. But since it's not mine, I'm like, what the fuck? Feed me first, bitch.
Hold on. First of all, though,
I'm here, Daddy's
first
here.
of all, is that kid getting a steak though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it does matter because if he's getting bitch ass Gerber, I don't care. I don't want that shit.
That kid ain't getting that steak, bro.
Nah, I go first. The thing is, I want to be number one in that girl's life at one point in my life.
Well, we got
it.
Look,
Plain and simple.
Okay, but when my kid turns to that age where I gotta fight for the steak and I gotta have a Homer Simpson and Bart thing, Marge better fucking put that pork chop on my fucking plate first, dog. I don't care how stupid I am.
He's not gonna raise his kid vegan.
Fuck no, dog. Fuck no, dog. Like, I'd be like, hey, fool, it's like, how come you can have a pica? Like, you remember telling people that, telling kids that you can't have no pica. Yeah. Like, it's like good ass shit too. You're like, he's like, oh no, it's not for you, dog. Pica. Yeah, dog. Yeah, if we gotta fight for the steak, dog, like who gets it first? For sure, we have him. You know, gonna have to do some checking around, dog. Like last time I checked, me and you created him. He comes second. like without us, there was no him. Yeah, that is pretty selfish. But I mean, honestly though,
it's selfish.
Honestly, but that's what I'm telling you. I understand. That's what I'm at. But like, I can't imagine. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. If I had a kid and my wife, I would not be looking forward to this Japan trip. I would be pissed. I'd be like, man, 11 hours on the plane. This fool might start crying.
But you're
like, I would be
tripping. Nope. You're acting like you're not gonna like your fucking kid, dog. You like your fucking kid. Me and my dad like each other. Like my dad.
But I'm saying it from my point of view.
Come on.
Yeah, Xavier. I saw. Nunca te dijeron ya no chingues, vete a la chingada, güey. I know you heard that, bro. Like that's the equivalent of your parents saying, "I'm tired of you, but I can't drown you."
Not really. I was a pretty cool kid. That's what I'm being serious. Like,
that's what you think. Your parents were great at taking care of you. Stupid. You played soccer half the time.
Yeah, my dad loved soccer. Talked about soccer. Wanted to play soccer. You gave me a Game Boy. That's it. Era bien calmado. Like I'm telling you. Like I understand if I have un pinche desmadroso, I'm like, fuck, I should have named this fool Izo. No se calma. Todo está quebrando. No se calma, el pinche jumper ya me lo quebró twice.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, like, back to my point, I would not be looking forward to this fucking Japan trip. I'd be like, man, we gotta show up to the Pokemon Museum because fucking Mr. Can't fucking use the bathroom over here, had to be changed. Man, fuck this. like, I'd be like, I'm showing up there first, then I'll meet you guys there. Peace. Like, I'm putting on my Charizard jacket, taking the train by. Like, man, like, you ruining this trip, dude. Like, my cat doesn't ruin my trips.
I don't know. Like if your kid loved Pokemon, you would be excited to take your kid to Pokemon.
Yeah, if he was already old, not that like to skip the fucking part where you're like, man, this dude can't do shit.
Yeah, anything like, dude.
I honestly think, bro, that's the part
the diaper shit. The diaper
shit. Fool, that's when the man of the family is gonna take 2 overtime shifts. Be like, no, tengo que trabajar más.
Yeah,
that fool just doesn't want to be home dealing with the
Mike.
Fool, I have a best friend. That fool does not spend no time at home, dog. Fucking works 3 jobs, and I'm like, fool. I honestly think this fool holds his sanity because he don't gotta listen to the all the fucking time, bro.
I'm not gonna lie though, but during that time is when you should be working fucking hard because they can't remember what shoes they're wearing.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't remember what shoes they're wearing. Like I remember, like,
it's an excuse. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of Mexican dads, bro, be like, oh hell no, bro. Si el patrón me ofrece overtime, no voy a esperar. Yo le voy a decir, patrón, overtime. I was like, patrón, 2nd job, I'm taking it. I'll fucking do an Uber. Bro's like, yeah, for real though, man. I don't know, man. That's just not for me, dog. Now, at least not right now.
Mike Lanza says, dude, I brought my 3 kids on the train to St. Louis from Philly. What a nightmare.
Whoa.
Dog, come on. That's coming from a father of
That's
three.
Three though. I'm
Let me
talking
see,
one little
that's the
homie.
average Mexican family.
I'm talking one little homie, dog. One little homie can't be too hard. Your little homie también. Hopefully he likes the shit you
Fool,
like.
I get annoyed at
Three
fucking
though? Yeah.
nature's fucking birds that chirp too damn much, bro. If something kept disturbed, I'm going live on whatnot, and then all of a sudden something starts crying in the background. I'm pissed. I'm pissed, dog. Nobody's gonna go, how cute, be like, gay food, when's the next Funko auction?
I could see he's on going on whatnot, trying to sell some shit. Su hijo, there a fire starts. Halfway through the fucking whatnot, he's on got hey, I'll be back, guys. He's on so fucking pissed.
Yeah, bro, I'd be so
Yo, your
pissed.
sale almost going through.
For real, dog. I'd have to be paying my mom top dollar, be like, hey, man.
You know that kid.
I'll be like,
That's where our parents come in.
what did all the kids, what did all the past kids and people that paid you before? I'm doubling it. I was like, listen, I'll pay you fucking white lady rates. I'll pay you nanny rates.
I can't wait to have a baby.
You know what I mean? Like I'll pay you nanny rates, but like I don't want to deal with this shit till he can talk. Like for the most part, like I'll be like, look, fool, like this is gonna be bonding. I get it. It's gonna be like a cat that cries all the time.
I can't wait to have a babysitter. Huh? Yeah. I can't wait to have a babysitter. Never
Give 'em
seen pornos?
Little melatonin gummy.
You know what happens with babysitters?
Yeah, see, that's
Yes, I've seen them. And they end up screaming.
Yeah, dude. And a stepdaughter too.
like I don't know, man. Like I see my way of parenting being very Big Daddy-ish, like from Adam Sandler. That's like that's
What does
my
that mean?
like it's that I would take it one step at a time. Like that's what that means. I'll be like, look, fool, I wasn't ready for this shit, not even at this age.
You tell him that?
Like,
You'd look at the kid and be like, yo, fool, for real.
I'd be learning those lessons where I'd be like, remember when he gave him a slingshot?
Yeah.
Be like, oh shit, this fool killed all the birds. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I had to learn patience. I mean, I want to do the newspaper thing. This, like, but still, like that.
Tell me you didn't try that spit thing.
Yeah, when I was younger.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it was a sport to me at one point. Where you try to, like, get your spit to touch the floor and slurp it back up. Like a fucking animal. My mom would be so pissed. Que es un puto animal.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like that's kids is definitely like the only thing that seems fun about being a kid is if like you just having that energy. Like if like that energy seems like the shit. Like those fools just don't get tired. But I think that also that goes away with like the more like because everything's in the market is a fucking poison. Everything's a fucking poison. So the shit's all meant for it to take away from you. Because that's why you ever notice like a baby has so much fucking energy when he's like still sucking on titties and the mother's milk and all this shit. The moment you start feeding him like processed shit and doing all that shit, that energy starts depleting little by little. And then the older you get, like that's where that shit comes from. That's why it's very important to tell you as an older adult, they're like, you better eat the right shit. You got to eat a lot of vegetables. You got to fucking do certain things to your body. Like, you know what I mean? Like all that kind of shit, not steroids. Parts. By the way, speaking of,
it's not steroids, dog.
It is steroids.
I'm glad.
He admitted to it. He told me, he's like, gosh, this is kind of steroids, but it works.
No, but for him, it's not like he's at where he should be because his body isn't producing it. That makes sense?
Yeah, but
he's at where he should be. Like,
but
he's not an athlete.
I'm not arguing that it's not medically advised, that it's correct. It's correct medical advice that he received. What I'm arguing is that it is steroids.
Oh, okay, I guess he's taking steroids, but he's not.
So Bart's is on steroids. Technically, there's no lie in that. When you look at the details, is it steroids like fucking Liver King? No, he's not. He's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not perform. I mean,
performance enhancement steroids. Like it's just more like regular. It's like regular boost. Like I don't know. Like me, like I recently started fasting. Today's my first day. I already made the mark. I can start eating now. But I'm gonna see how far I can go with this.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm doing 14 hours of fasting and 10 hours.
When's the last hour you can eat?
Cut it off at 8.
You haven't ate already since 8?
No. And then right now 10 o'clock's the time where I can start eating. So, and then I can start eating all the way to like 10 hours from now, which is when I'm gonna be going to that lights at the zoo tonight with my lady. I'm gonna be like, yeah, you can eat that.
Fuck, tonight's the last time you can eat.
No, 10 hours after, like from 10. So probably like 7 or 8. I have to cut it off.
Who killed OJ's wife? 49% OJ, 16% OJ's son, and 35%. I added this one, Kris Jenner.
I voted for Kris Jenner. I feel like this bitch has a zipper in the back of her head, and like.
So wait up. You think he or she did it?
No, I just said that just because I don't like her.
Either way, he or she.
Both. They did it together. Yeah. Unity.
I like it. Equality.
Yeah, equality,
That's
bro.
Equality right there. What jail did she go to?
That one in
You know that
the
Nikki
one in
Dragon?
Denver where the Unabomber's at.
You know that Nikki Dragon bitch? That dude, that Nikki Dragon, the dude?
No, who's that?
There's some trans called Nikki the Dragon.
The last drag that I fucking ever saw on TV that I gave a shit about, I was like, all right, I guess I gotta know it's the only one, was that Jeffree Star fool.
Okay, he's kind of like that. But
That's
What
the last
about
one.
RuPaul?
My little brother watches that.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah, he watches that. He laughs so much at that shit. Like,
It is funny. I've seen a couple episodes before.
I honestly, like, I've tried sitting there and I'm watching the interviews. That looks like Jenny 6ix9ine.
That's Nikki the Dragon right there. This bitch was out in Miami.
This
She
dude.
decided to get naked, and she got arrested. And she's crying because they won't put her in girl jail.
But does she have a dick?
Yeah, she got a dick, so they put her in guy jail, and she's all like.
But was she naked with the tits out?
With the dick out and tits out.
So
And
the
she was
top
throwing
was
water
a
bottles. She was throwing water
the top
bottles
was a
out.
girl's body,
Yeah,
but like the bottom was just like a dick.
a dick.
Oh, so she's a lady boy.
Yeah. Look. Arrested. She went to guy jail. Fuck around and find out. Even the
Didn't
cop-
Tyga like smash her?
Did he?
I think so. But here's the thing though. Like, if you have a dick, how do you get
Look how she looks
smashed?
in there. By the asshole. What do you mean? How do you get smashed?
Yeah, but like, fool, like you don't see the balls.
Maybe he didn't care.
Like, but then why fucking go against the allegations and be like, yo, I didn't do that. Like, it's like, hey, fool, like you know, somebody, like, if somebody checks that person's OnlyFans or something like that, and then she's going all naked and she sees the dick, or you see the dick on there, like, you're gonna be like, there's no way in hell Tyga just like stuck it in and said, oh, it's cool.
I don't know how to tell you, dog. Like you said, the balls were there. How didn't you see them?
Xavier, what are you doing in a situation like that? You don't know. You really don't know. You meet some buchona chick.
Fucking beat him the fuck up.
No, you don't. Like, you don't know, and then, like, you know, as far as you got was just making out, and then you're taking her back, and then you're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, you do what that guy from the fucking that amateur pro NFL player. This fool killed that guy.
But he didn't fuck you. He was just like, you're just talking to some chick.
What do you mean?
Like, what if you get convinced? Like, it doesn't even go that far. Like, you don't.
Dude, you punch him. The dude, you're allowed to punch it.
But it hasn't done anything to you. You just held the conversation.
You acting like you're a female when you're not. You gotta fucking tell. What you mean? You wouldn't be pissed if they don't tell you?
Okay,
you'd be all right. You'd be like,
I would be pissed.
I would be pissed, but I wouldn't punch the person. Okay, look.
I'm gonna take that.
But it didn't go that far.
The cop can show up and be like, "What happened?" That
Xavier.
thing's got a dick. That thing's got a dick, homie. Arrest me. And I put my hands behind my back. And fool's knocked down. Fool's got. Let's go. Arrest me.
It's worth like if you're at a bar, you're watching the Mundial.
I thought we were at her house. Now we're at the bar.
Okay, but I'm asking you a different scenario. If you're at a bar, you're watching the Mundial, and you talk to this person for 2 hours, and then at the end, te tengo algo que decir. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, that's my fault. I'm not punching that person.
Okay, cool.
That's my dumbass fault for trying to be horny and shit and not figuring it out. If I said
Try to be horny.
but for 2 hours, if you're talking to this it for 2 hours and you can't figure it out. Yeah, you asking for its Instagram. Let me see some kid pictures. Now I'm asking for kid pictures. That's the main thing now. Kid picture.
A kid.
Let me see.
It's like a little boy. Now it's a girl.
Yeah, fool. Yeah. You got to be like, oh, dude, I was so cute when I was a kid. You want to see a cute picture of me? And then you pull out yours.
Because if they're trying
and
to
then
play
you're like,
you,
let
why
me
don't you
see
play with
yours,
them?
bitch?
You don't think chicks like that keep a random baby picture just to trick you? Yo! Damn, dog.
I'm tricked. Fuck, I'm tricked.
That could be like, but I really like him. And it's like, yeah, dude, they get some random baby picture, bro.
of the dude of the dick that they want.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I would feel violated.
And what's funny is how I like how you're questioning if I would punch that person. You'd shoot
I would.
them. You'd shoot them. They better hope you don't have a gun on you, dog, or in the car.
I would.
You might run to the car.
I would know better. Like if I was in that position, I would know better. I would bust like that Metal Gear Solid 2 cup check. Like, like we the Colonel check rated.
Grab him by the pussy. You Donald Trump now? You just grab him by the pussy?
Like if you're already going back home, I'd be like, I just gotta make sure.
Nah, you never do it. On the way out, in the elevator. Wait up, give me a second.
Everybody knows it. Yeah, dude. Hey, you ever stayed in the Trump Towers?
Nah.
The one in Vegas? I kind of want to stay there, bro. Yeah, just to see what's up. Just to see what's up. Let's just see what they give you. Like, see if they treat me mean.
Dog.
What if they treat you badass, dog?
They would. And, first of all, think about it. You know, Border Patrol ain't showing up.
Border Patrol doesn't show up at any casino, bro.
Going to the Tropicana, Treasure Island. Where do my parents always stay? Excalibur.
I don't know.
I always stay at Excalibur for some fucking bice-ass reason.
I wonder if it's like the Home Alone like hotel. Like if I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, cause Donald Trump was in that building.
You know
he's like, you know where right over there.
Hey, you know, like on TNT or whatever, they play that the Home Alone movie. They took that part off.
Only for when he was in presidency. I saw it the other day on TBS. They have it back on.
They have it back on, but they had taken it off for some fucking reason. Like,
I think it was after he did the White House thing. Like,
the January 6th.
Hey, didn't all his boys get arrested?
Who are his boys?
His administration for tax evasion. I think they just got arrested yesterday. They showed footage. There was a bunch of fools in suits going to jail. I was like, damn. I was like, that tax evasion catches up to you. You got to pay Uncle Sam, bro. You know those fools are allowed to shoot you, the IRS?
Yeah, but
like if you have an agent come into your house and you've been on a certain case, they're allowed to shoot you. Like that's written in the IRS thing. Like when they made the changes, I was like tripping out under that. I wonder what kind of food they got in that Donald Trump Tower. Let's stay there, fool.
DJ the Lizard. When I was 15, a she-male grabbed my ass while I tied my bike in front of McDonald's. I smacked that fool. Such a trauma forever.
I would be more traumatized if like the lady boy talked to me in the man voice, like, but it looked like a girl. I'd be like, "¿Qué es esto?" Do you remember the first time you saw somebody like that? You know what was the first time I saw?
Yeah, dude.
Guess where?
Where?
My mom was getting a haircut. yeah, and I was like, I remember asking her, I was like, what is that?
Honestly, that's one of the first time I ever saw gay dudes too, like at a beauty salon or some shit.
Yeah,
dude, I got a story. You know my family's trippy. Cool. So,
your cousin, the gay one?
Okay. His family. I was
like, that fool can tell it's genetics right there, bro.
No, this guy wasn't family member, but so his family would always go to his house, and it was like we're talking about like back in the 90s when I was talking like that's 40, 50 people in one house for Christmas. 40, 50 people in one house for Christmas, dog. My uncles had a house in Riverside, huge house, and we'd go to their house. This madre, and I remember being there, and like I said, you know how you're a little kid and you're like, that person doesn't look right.
Yeah, I mean,
and I went up to
it's not that you're a little kid. There is an actual thing like that, so we don't sound biased or prejudiced. It's an actual condition. Anything that doesn't register to something that you're used to looking at, it's gonna freak you out a little bit.
Yeah. So I go up to my dad. Hey, apa, what's wrong with that person? He's like, se llama Yonela. Name was Yonela, dog. Yonela, se llama Yonela. He is gay. I was like, what the fuck's that?
¿Qué putas es eso?
Yeah, he wasn't like, cause I knew what gay was, but I didn't know like he was the first like trans, like he dressed like a female. And he's like, es gay, pero le gusta vestirse como mujer.
Remember that shit don't make no sense.
It made no sense, but you're like, all right. And it was like full, and everybody was cool with it, but they would make fun of him. Like, they would make fun of him, like very like fucked up, but it was part of being like, you're Mexican, it's the 90s, but they were cool with it, as in like, you're allowed to be here. Can drink, but it was like, y la Yonela,
yeah,
y la Raquel, like they would say like they would. I remember they make, and she was always the butt of the joke, but she was cool with it because le valía verga, le valía, because that's how they were back then. Les valía verga. You're like, this is who I am, even though you're making fun of me. It's cool, But it was that thing where like, holy fucking, I remember, like you said, it was like, I do remember specific. Like a Christmas event was like 40, 50 people there, and I didn't know who this person was. Like, ¿quién es ella? Se llama Yonela. Damn. Maricón y le gusta vestirse como mujer. It's like, okay. Then.
Is maricón an offensive term?
You gotta ask them.
Maricón no es como decirte puto.
Puto sounds way worse, dog.
Puto's like puto's like fag, right?
I would say.
Yeah, that's like the equivalent.
Maricón is like, it sounds nice.
I think maricón is
Maricón sounds nice, dog. Doesn't maricón
but
sound nice, like mariposa?
Maricón is that like a is that like another word for it? Like, is that just mean homosexual? Because homosexual sounds offensive. Mira, él es homosexual.
Yeah, that is the right term. Yeah. I don't know, fool. I mean, the midget like this calling midget. I'm pretty sure some fools don't mind calling. Oh, sí, soy maricón.
You know what's fucking crazy, bro?
People say that shit.
Little brother. Hey, fool. You know what's crazy? My little brother had a hat that had FAG on it, dog. I was like, what? And it was spelled like Gap, but it just said fag. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, remember, I'm just like, what the hell, bro? I was like, I guess if you're gay, you could just like put that on the hat.
I don't think you can.
If I can't make a hat and just be like X to the F.
No, you can't. Like puñetas? That one's bad. That one's a bad one. Están puñetas. That's like such a paisa word.
Hey, fool, you can collab with that brand, fool. You can collab with that brand. Just be like, yo, look, we put a little X right here at the top. Yo. Yeah, I don't know, but I was just tripping. I guess you could just do it. Like, can you write? Yeah, you could write puto on a hat. Well, I've seen the N word on a hat.
With the fucking
No. NIGGA. Remember, B Real had those hats. They had sent them. You remember that shit? Yes. So they were not his. They used to send him a bunch of stuff, right? And some random company was like, "Yo, this is inspiring. What is it? A clothing line, fool." And the shit was like in 3D. And that shit just said nigga. And I was just like,
I think one time fucking Sean saw that and he got offended.
Yeah, we used to have this black guy that worked here who got offended by a lot of things. And this was one of those things where he was like, we just can't have this. He acted all caring about it. I was like, bro, B Real didn't make this. You know, I was like, this should somebody sent this, bro. I was like, protest against the company. Yeah, but I was just like tripping, bro. I was like, damn. By the way, shout out to everybody who sent ornaments. I haven't opened them yet. I did start decorating with ornaments. I fucking copped at the swap meet this week. I don't know if we're gonna get a star. We might get a star. I'm gonna see if I get one. But I got a T-Rex up there. I got a monkey with bananas, some helicopter, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And it's looking pretty good. Thank you to everybody who is participating in it. And also, I want to tell you guys about the event. I know that I posted up. If you have any questions about the event Friday, sorry, I was high. It is on Saturday, to clarify. It is on Saturday. Rock Sampson will be playing music. He will be holding it down. He does have some pre-made mixes that he will be, holding it down for you guys with. Aside from that, Post Pizza has fresh taps stocked up. It will be a private event. It will be treated like a private event, so please show up early and claim your table. It will be the same setup as last time. You can smoke in the back. There is some tables out there in the back, and if you show up a little bit early, maybe you could do it in the front where the vendors are going to be at, in that little front area. But that's where the vendors are going to be at, and everybody else just show up early, have a good time. I do want to clarify, please, let's not bring